showed me a lot of that kind of stuff. Is found.
I get into the modern like EDM occasionally, but I couldn't see myself doing it personally.
Right. Can I just change the topic completely here?
Yeah.
Right. Now we're going to talk about socks.
Welcome to the Mom It's My Life podcast. This episode features adults using adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
How's the feeling?
Satan, shut the fuck up.
I'm so into this conversation. I've been waiting hardcore for this conversation.
The last podcast we did when we were super drunk, Mason's socks match.
It's camouflage. That's the first time I've ever seen camouflage work.
Yeah.
Your toes are just gone, period.
And we were like, oh my god, wait, that's insane.
That's insane.
Yeah,
if you move
Right,
them,
so
you don't even know.
where do we stand on odd socks?
Odd
socks,
all
for.
I fucking
Big fan
love
of
odd
odd
big
socks.
fan of socks.
Okay, wait.
Christmas
for
socks.
the US people, take a moment. Explain what are odd
So
socks.
socks that don't match. So you can have like a red
okay.
sock and a blue sock.
I'm all for it.
Dude, I've never matched socks. The only reason why is my mom
You're
bought
matching
me.
socks right now.
My mom bought me a bunch of matching socks before I left here, or
fair.
before the UK.
Nice.
But my drawer is a nightmare. It's like I'll wear like a silver sock and a black
Right,
sock.
give it up,
and,
give
like,
it for James.
Yeah, James.
One will have wolves on it. And
Do
one
you
will
guys
have
want to see the
penises on it.
socks and the story behind
Yes,
the socks
please.
I'm wearing
Yeah.
right now?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take them off the
Why are you
same.
taking your shoes off? I haven't.
Take 'em off.
Take 'em off. Take 'em off.
So-
Is this just me?
When I played
Yeah,
R.I.P.
when I played rugby when I was a posh boy, I got an infection on my foot for a burn.
A burn.
Oh,
How did you
God.
burn?
Have you seen the
A
photo?
grass
It's so
burn.
bad.
It's proper
grass?
Like, as in, like, his
A
foot
grass
nearly
burn.
fell off.
Grass burn
like,
from when I was born.
I got told, basically, I got a grass burn on my foot, and the doctors were like, okay, well, you need like 6 doses of different antibiotics because we don't know what's
Wait,
wrong
can
with your
we
foot.
just pause for
And
a second? For any American listening, it is grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
for
what it's
everyone,
Northern British.
for everyone apart
For everyone
from
apart
Chris,
from me.
it's
Okay,
grass.
continue.
So
Grass.
basically, yeah, and they were like, okay, well, there's a chance you could lose your foot if you don't get on these all these antibiotics. And
Yeah.
it was hardcore because it had already like infected all my skin, and it had started infecting my muscles, and it's like skin, muscle, and bone, and if you infect your bone, you lose your foot.
Yeah.
So
That's
and the
concept.
worst bit about it was I had a gig. So I discharged myself from hospital, played the gig, and then drove back to the hospital. I drove back to the hospital and
He's a reckless motherfucker.
and just instated myself.
Relight my
So basically,
fire.
the socks I've got on the moment have
Are those
these
the same
mad protection on them. Copper feel.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me.
So I had to wear these when I was playing sport for a long time.
Ooh.
My
Special
favorite thing
because
about
of the-
them is they have the left
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
right
oh, yeah,
marker
for
on
sure.
them. They have an L and an R
So
on the
these
toes.
have got like super protection on them to like because basically they were like worried that my bones would be infected, and they were like, well, you've got to wear protection. I was like, I'm not playing sport. So yeah, I had to wear these bad boys for a long time, which is why they're kind of like not white anymore compared to the plastic.
No.
So they've got like these like silicone plastic things over your metatarsals, and yeah, I had to wear these for a long time.
That's some
How
pretty.
Yeah, my go-to.
how- do you wear them like when you gig?
Every time I play sport, I wear these.
No
Play
way.
sport. That's a
And
proper.
I wore them today because I was like, these shoes don't fit properly, and I've had to put extra insoles in. They've got really high arches. I don't know what it is about these Vans, so I wear them because like they fit better. But yeah, and my feet don't slip in them as well. So yeah, these are my sports socks.
So you're not
They're
wearing them
pretty
for shits
cool,
and gigs.
but I
it's
gotta
for a
say,
reason, yeah?
they're a step behind Annie's genie socks.
My
which is very
Oh,
nice.
hell
socks with
yeah.
a really
That has
creepy-
nothing on losing a foot, but they are pretty belter to be
Mine,
fair.
they've
Yeah,
got like a
Grayson
really
Williams.
creepy
I
genie from
love
Aladdin
weird
face.
socks.
They also have words on, but they're in like a gross yellow font, so you can't read them.
Hell yeah.
I think it says your wish, or like
Wish is my come.
maybe.
I
Well, like-
can't, that's creepy. That is
Literally,
my
See,
I
Are you
feel
gonna-
like weird socks are the
We get
best
how many
socks.
favorites
Like,
are-
I get all my socks from Primark.
hell
um,
yeah.
Nice.
Which cause they're and I have
Oh, yeah, it's
sets where I'll
awesome,
have like Pokemon socks and I match 2 odd Pokemon socks.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like
Yeah,
my
you
odd
gotta do
socks
that.
are still thematic.
Yeah, I have
Oh, yeah.
like
Exactly.
I have like fast food socks.
No.
That'll
I
be,
love
like,
your fast food socks.
I
They're
get
so
like
good.
1 pizza, 1 burger.
Yeah, they
like
are
that's
Nice.
so
I got given
Yeah.
broccoli socks,
good.
Very
purple
cool.
socks, green broccoli is just dotted all over.
So wait,
Great
what-
socks.
what
If,
is
if
your
I
guys-
wear normal socks, it's like a weird thing. I'm like,
I am.
Yeah, where you-
I
I am
feel weird.
awful
Like,
white
When I-
sport socks.
I either love.
Live
I'll
on
either
white
wear
sport
like
socks.
Christmas socks or odd socks.
Are you
That's
guys
like
on
the
to the
thing.
like
I also-
no-show socks? That's
Yeah,
like
I've got a pair.
crazy.
If I'm
Wait,
wearing
secret socks, but
Converse-
shh. Don't tell him.
Fair.
Shoelaces.
The annoying things about like
They
the
dig
no-show
in
ones
your
that are like the
fucking-
ankle socks,
They
I guess.
dig
It's
in
like
there
well,
so hard.
they
These are
dig in,
ankle
but then they also fall down like
Oh,
that.
dude,
What
when,
are
when
they,
you're wearing like
shoelaces?
the old school Vans, like the eras, they
Oh
used
yeah,
to like
ankle socks.
just your toe cap socks.
I get down to
Hello?
them in like my normal Vans,
Oh,
but I
James,
also
don't
have
put
these
that knee
Vans
back on.
boots that like every time I
Is it
stick
okay
my
with
foot
the
in, it's like
zzz?
impossible.
fine.
It's like there's this force pulling the back of my sock to my toes, and I don't
Oh.
understand it. It's so annoying.
Wait, what's your favorite pair of shoes?
Ooh.
Favorite pair of shoes. James,
My-
go. Favorite pair of
Wait,
shoes.
that
I
That you own.
wonder.
That you own.
All right, James, go.
Shit.
He's gotta think.
Ooh, the thinking face is
Thinking
out.
face is out.
Let's see.
Your favorite pair of shoes.
They're like obviously not. I bought them because of the spikes on them, but they're like those spike shoes.
All those
It's
They're
Spike.
Converse.
It's
actually-
because of Spike.
They're actually Louis Vuitton, like they're Louis Vuitton, like,
Really?
but they're not actually.
Oh,
They're like
okay.
knockoffs. The real ones. So like I saw them on this website, and it's like fake Louis Vuittons, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. It has spikes and like that's sick.
They
Hell
are
yeah.
sick shoes. They're like
But, like,
black high tops.
They were
Yeah.
because they were like $100 or something, and I was like, damn, like that's expensive for shoes in general. So I'm like, how much are like the real ones? And they were $7,000.
Oh my god.
So the real ones are like
They
$7,000.
look pretty fucking
Yeah,
crazy. to be fair.
they look smart.
So they're
Yeah,
knockoff,
totally.
but they were still like $100, like,
Nice.
which is pretty expensive.
Nice.
Like for shoes, I
Fair
don't
play.
usually spend that much.
Pete,
Fair
you,
play,
we
fair
saying?
play.
My favorites I own, I got some
They don't rest
like
on anything.
leather Vans skate highs.
What?
Ooh.
Leather. Oh, they are.
They are
They're a
my
tidy
topic.
pair of
This
shoes.
is
eBay.
trending now.
eBay. Oh, I remember you saying.
Yeah, yeah.
eBay. Round of
eBay.
applause.
That's where
eBay for
Bronnie gets her
shoes.
hair
Sit-
from.
Literally.
Shout out eBay shoes.
I get my fake dreads from eBay.
Fair
I-
play. They're a tidy pair of shoes.
Yeah, I think my favorite ones, like, so I'm seasonal because, like, in the winter, I have this pair of Vans.
Oh
it's
my
technically a
god,
boot,
Tiffany!
And that's
Oh,
all
the
I
wa-
wear. Like,
waterproof
anytime
ones.
it's cold,
Yeah.
yeah, it's waterproof. It's like, it comes up past my, like, ankle. It's so nice. But then in the summer, it's like, I have the,
sick.
well, RIP to them because I finally just had to get rid of them, but I had these
Oh.
checkered Vans
Oh,
all the
never get rid
time,
of them.
like,
Classic.
all the fucking time.
Wait,
And
you
I-
have checkered Vans?
Well, I just got a new pair. I had to
Oh.
replace them, so I have to wear them in now.
So you'll see
So that's
favorite
where I'm
pairs.
at.
Any favorite pair of shoes?
I tend to have one pair of shoes that I wear until they are unwearable,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
and I wear because I am in sixth form, so I have like a dress code
Oh,
where
yeah.
we're not allowed to wear trainers. But
So
we
you,
all
you
wear
still go
trainers.
to West Kirby? No.
No,
Liverpool.
I'm in Liverpool now.
Nice.
That
I
was
see
me.
that. I didn't actually
Liverpool.
I
want it,
knew that.
but
as well.
I had Vans that I really liked, and they were super comfy. And then they ended up with a hole like right through.
That's racist!
You could see like right through my shoes.
Nice.
So I just went, and now I've got some like pink Converse
Fair play.
that I wear every day. I'm
That's
wearing,
cool.
I'm
Is
wearing
it like
flowery
what
boots
type
today,
of
though.
what type of pink? Like
Oh,
hot
it's like
pink?
no, it's like
Pastel
a dusty
pink?
pink.
A dusty pink.
A
Ooh,
dusty
dusty
version.
pink.
Ooh, I can.
Not
I can get
even
down with that.
pastel?
Chris,
No,
what's
it's like
your
a
Like
My
that.
hands
Pastel.
down favorite pair of shoes, my black and white Vans Era 59s.
Fuck yeah.
Holes all over them, but
They're
I have
so sick.
skated
Yeah.
them. I have worn them to the death, and they are still going.
What
I've
about
used-
those
they
greenish
look-
ones?
they
They're the
look
best shoes.
Sweet. What,
Have
those
you
greyish
seen-
ones.
Grayish ones, yeah.
They are sweet. They
Those
are
are
real
sick,
nice
too.
pair of Vans.
How
I've
long
got-
have they been around?
Wear them when you get married.
Do you know what? I had those first the week before prom. I treated myself, and I did prom in 2013.
Fuck
So
yeah.
they've been going for
Those
6
Vans.
years. Or 3 years.
no 2013.
6 years.
5 years.
5
6
years.
years.
Hell
6 years. It is 6
yeah.
years. Holy
Six
shit.
years.
Dude, if you ever bin those shoes,
No, I
I'll
would never bin those
freaking
shoes.
kill
I've
you.
resold them like 3 times, I think, and like they've just got holes in like the perfect spots,
9
but they
years.
just won't die, and they're in the
Yeah.
front seat of my car right now. Like I just
Go
won't
get
let them out of my
res-
sight.
Hell
Bron,
no.
favorite pair of shoes.
Oh, it's
Ronnie,
gotta
you
be.
don't like them?
Wait, you got to describe them perfectly.
Well, I like it's my Doc Martens.
They are some
But what
classic-
are
Hell
they?
yeah,
They are
but they are double they're
Platforms.
fat ass platforms. I got them like
Yeah.
ages ago because I fancied a guy and I was like, hey, if I get like bigger boots, like
Maybe he'll
I
like
might look
me.
really cool like Tumblr.
Might look more butch.
So yeah, I think they work.
They are a sweet
they're
pair
pretty
of shoes. To be
dope,
fair.
They're,
Yeah.
they're really a part of your image. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
when
Literally,
I think
like-
of you, I think of your
Yeah.
hair, those
Yeah.
boots, and then
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
like striped socks.
Like when I
But
see you in
thing is-
Converse, it's really like odd.
I
Like don't get me
know.
wrong, the image suits completely, but I'm like, she's missing the ducks, man.
Exactly,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because I've got my glittery docs
Yeah.
that I got
Nah,
for
I
the Rejects
can't see
tour.
them.
Fuck yeah. Yeah,
I can't see you in them.
Yeah, so
I know,
do you
I've got
wear-
my
do you
glittery
wear those
ones,
in the summer
But they
as
were
well?
like half
Yeah.
the size.
Yeah,
I've got my
those
normal
sweaty
black ones
feet.
that my mum's
Got
now
those
Oh, I
has.
tell you what, you say that, wear them in the summer. She had them in Europe and they stank the van so hard. Honestly,
They were
and
the
to be
gnarliest
fair, like
shoes in
shout
the
out to
van.
George, he is a serious dude, but the first Europe trip, there was a smell in the van and we couldn't figure out what it was. Couldn't figure out what it
It was
and
George.
And the moment George left, and he took his
The
bag
stank.
with him, the stank.
It was in
The
George's
smell
shoes.
left.
stank.
I think it was
Left.
George's shoes.
His shoes smell
Oh.
so bad.
Okay, we have
It's
heard
not
this
even a
Honestly,
joke.
these
From a
these
sibling.
boots don't
Yeah,
smell.
no, he'd
No,
like
come
walk
on.
in after like we both got home from school, like back when we were living together, and he'd like take off his shoes, and immediately
Oh,
we'd just
man.
be like, "Well, this is
Yeah,
it."
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Can
it's
vouch.
anyone
Yeah.
who's
Hold
owned
your breath
This
and
is
count to
unfair.
10.
We got
Plastic
George's
football boots.
George's
Did
only
anyone watch
siblings
you?
are here, and he's not here to defend himself.
But
George
George!
fucking stinks.
shout out to George's stinky feet.
You
Shout out
guys
to
will
George,
know
yeah.
George.
No, he
In,
owns
like,
it now. He's
episode
like,
4
yeah, my
probably,
feet stink,
guys.
Yeah,
so
fair
he
play,
knows.
fair play.
What are you gonna say, James?
Fair.
Do you guys know the show You?
I watched half an hour of it,
Oh,
and
no,
then
I've
me and my
heard-
friend wanted to
I've
watch
heard.
it, so
It's
we're
on
gonna
my
save it
Netflix.
Okay,
and
but
watch it.
they just announced. They just announced there's gonna be a second.
Yes, I
season.
saw that.
Ooh.
With like,
Oh, never watched.
guys!
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
You definitely
Talking
should.
about
It's
new
fantastic.
seasons in big things.
Stranger
That was what I was
Things!
gonna say,
Yes,
Stranger
dude,
Things!
Stranger Things 3, dude.
Also,
I'm
fucking
so
nice.
excited.
I haven't
That was
seen
shit.
season 2 yet.
Me neither.
Dude,
No,
me
I
and
haven't
Gebbie
seen
are
it.
just
The
waiting.
day it came out, we were on
Season
tour.
two.
Everyone
Yeah,
I've spoken to about
real
season 2, they
good.
really hate it.
What?
No,
Honestly,
I thought it was
just-
fantastic.
People know, I've not
Just
seen
watch
it.
it. Like
It
you
was
can't do
fantastic.
episode to episode. Take a break for
No,
a while.
no, no, no,
You have
you
to
No,
just
you gotta watch
watch
the
it.
whole
The
watch
day
it.
it
We
came
were
out,
on tour,
wait.
and we had an off day on tour. We
In
were in
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah.
I'll
and
always remember. Always.
we watched the
Oh.
Do you remember?
whole fucking
Yeah.
thing until like what 3 a.m. or
Really?
something.
Yeah, we
Like,
watched every episode. We sat down at like 5 p.m. Finished at 3 a.m. It was just.
It was
It was
great.
sweet.
Get me done.
Yeah.
That was a good day. That was
Yeah.
honestly.
I've
Speaking
been-
of Netflix though, who here's seen the Ted Bundy tapes?
Oh,
I've
yes.
watched some of them. You
We watched
you
some of
watched
them.
some.
in
James said
Wales.
that you
Okay.
watched a lot. They are
Well,
very good.
Basically,
Yeah.
so hey everyone, we've got a group chat with all of us.
Wow, not me.
Oh no, we need
tough.
to add you.
Wow.
Chuck it, throw Annie in there.
I'm sorry, I haven't been active.
No. Basically, we set up. Yeah, Annie we shall add you. But we were talking about Ted Bundy, and we were like, right, because we were in
He
Wales at
sounds
the
like a
time, so we were like, right, let's watch. I think you guys like writing a song at a time. And me and
Yeah.
Pete were like, well, let's watch like Ted Bundy, like
Yeah.
Ted Bundy, Ted Bundy on Netflix. We watched like half an hour, and then we were like, yeah, let's get a chippy.
No, I literally last
I
night,
just-
because I was like really hungover, because we were filming episode 6,
Mhm.
which was a mess. Of
Which
course.
was not last night.
We're
But it
gonna
was-
need a pee break
Or-
soon.
Well,
by
it was
way,
the night
guys.
before. But
Yeah.
Like right now?
In like 5 minutes, because
all
I
right.
need to pee.
So anyway, we were watching it, and I was like, oh, I was laying in bed all day, and I watched the entirety of the Ted Bundy tapes.
Oh hell yeah!
It was so good. It was so unbelievably good. And like the weirdest thing, I don't know, like I guess if you guys haven't watched it, you might not like relate, but the weirdest thing to me is how likable Ted Bundy was.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the thing. Like, I've read like quite a few things on like the internet about, oh yeah, well they cast Zac Efron and they're like sexualizing him, but like the whole point of like how he, let's say, got away with it for so long was because he was this attractive
He
character.
was.
And that's the thing. Is like the beautiful thing. They've cast it perfectly in my eyes, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to see it. Have you guys talking about films? Sorry to interrupt this conversation. Do you have something to
Interrupted
say?
yourself. I
Oh
did.
my
but
god,
it's
yeah,
alright.
you
Right.
introduced yourself. I was like,
I did.
you're so
now,
controversial.
I've been watching a hell of a lot of YouTube recently, and I've seen adverts for the escape room.
Oh, that
Oh,
looks fantastic.
it
This is a topic of
looks
conversation.
fantastic.
Now, has anyone
dude.
done an escape room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now.
we actually
I
did
did
with
that.
Clear.
Never
And
done
we
one.
almost got the record for a 4-star one Liverpool,
No.
but then we just fucking gave. We didn't give it. We still did it, but the guy told us he thought we were gonna get the record, but then we just started dicking around at the last
Oh.
Do you know-
puzzle, so we didn't.
we
get
should
it.
do one
We
That's a
used
great
we
shout.
used our
Liverpool.
stature.
Wait,
before
six
you
by high
guys
five.
go away.
Yeah,
6-way high five.
dude. We used our like
Hell yeah.
stature or our status rather to
You're
get
famous.
free. Like we were all thinking,
Yeah.
we're like, honestly, let's just be like, yo, like, can we get some free like escape rooms? So we all got to do like part of the escape room thing for free, just
sweet.
because we were like,
It
we
was
have a
a
lot
good
of
time.
followers.
Wait,
like,
so
we'll
is
tweet
there
about
one
you.
in Liverpool?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
there's
few
a
in
breakout
Liverpool.
in Liverpool is really good.
Liverpool.
Should we just like?
So-
Okay, we'll bring on.
Dude,
them.
they're ridiculously expensive.
do it.
Some of them are ridiculous. Like the ones at Mall of America in Minnesota are like $78 a person or something.
Wow,
Oh, no.
Like
it's
These are like
ridiculously
15 quid a person.
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Like,
That's sick.
Max. Like, I did one in Stoke and we absolutely killed it. The worst thing about it was, I say we absolutely killed it, we got to the last bit of the room and I was walking around going, oh, this fucking... And we were going back through the rooms, and I had the UV torch that would just read the
Oh,
code.
hell
on the
yeah.
top of
What
this
was
little
that?
chest.
Dude,
Oh, that was
did you like
years
skip all the
ago.
steps and you pretty much found out how to like get to the like?
Oh, literally.
That's
right,
what we did. Remember, we just
didn't
pulled
get
the
any.
key out
We
and,
didn't get
like,
any
yeah.
hints. We went right to the last one, and I just bowled it basically.
Dude, ours, we were like
Guys.
half of us, you could see each other, like half were in one room and half were in the other. There's
Oh,
a
really?
wall there, and there was like a pipe down below, and there's a little hole that we could talk to through, like, to each other. But apparently they were supposed to like fill up this thing with water until it like drained and leaked in this pipe and went down, and the key popped out. But like literally, we just like got on our like feet and looked, and we are like, oh, there's a key, and we pull it out. And there's a guy like up top like watching, because there's no ceiling. Like he's like up on a
okay.
ladder or some shit. And he was like, oh, like you were supposed to like do it right. And like I think it was like Nikki. She just like pulled out. She's like, oh, there's a key, and she just pulled it out and like opened it, and then went to like the next room.
Yeah, and then it took
But-
us forever to get out of our section. I remember,
Yeah.
One thing I've learned from the escape rooms: don't overcomplicate. Think
Yeah.
inside the box hardcore.
We had the one we did with like, my school friends. There was at the very beginning they took one of you into a really really tiny room, and like the first kind of puzzle was like getting them out.
Oh,
And there
okay.
were so many, like, you needed, like, keys for them. There were so many keys. And we had the key that would let her out of this tiny room for, like, half an hour.
Oh my
And
days.
we must have checked every keyhole in that room, like, 5 times over. And then in the end, we had to get a clue from the, like, people running it. On the TV screen, like, you have a key, and you need a key to let your friend out. And what do you think? And we were like, oh.
Are your
And it
friends
was,
there like smacking on the
it
door?
was
"Let me
such a
out."
tiny room, like... Like she was like that. She was like she couldn't
Proper
reach her
claustrophobic
arms out. Yeah,
Wow.
it was like
Oh my god.
she could. We
should
found out
so
one way
do
to-
it!
You're a great
Yeah, I
fan,
would
is what
love
you're
that.
saying.
Yeah, amazing. She was like she wasn't mad about it, but
Fair play.
But you fucked it.
but we did. But then we we beat the room, so it was chill.
Oh, that's fine.
Fair play, got through it. Got through it. Top there. Top
Hey,
tier.
Should we take a pee break?
time for a
Pee break. Pee break. Pee
But don't take a shit.
Satan, shut the fuck up.
We are live. We are back from our Pete break.
Hello, we're back from the pee
Pete
break.
break.
Peter Gebbie break.
What up?
and we want to chat conspiracy theories. No.
We love aliens.
Fair play.
Does anyone have a
Can you grab this
mind-blowing
coat?
conspiracy?
Wait,
Yours
me.
or yours?
Oh,
Oh, Chris,
Now,
let's
my
see.
conspiracy theory stems all the way back to Phineas and Ferb.
Ooh,
They're gonna-
they're really in the Illuminati.
No,
Phineas and
so
Ferb are gonna do it all.
absolutely. bro.
Phineas and
What a
Ferb
fucking
are
program!
gonna
Gonna just say
do
straight off the
it
bat.
all.
I never
Now,
watched
Shout out
have
to
you
Bubbling for
have
Soup.
You heard
Shout out to
the
Bowling for
conspiracy
Soup.
theory about Phineas and Ferb.
Which-
No.
Oh, the dead
Now.
brother thing. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
So,
I don't want to ruin it.
hit us
yeah.
up. Tell
So,
us.
like,
Tell us all about
so
it.
Phineas was a dead twin brother of Ferb. Now, Ferb doesn't
that's
speak
not the one that doesn't. Yeah.
because Ferb
You'll
is like
see.
so distraught by the fact he lost his brother.
He's just a depressed
And
child.
Candace is like, she sees him, even though he doesn't exist, because she sees this mirage of Phineas doing all these bad things, and that's why Phineas never gets caught by his parents ever, and it's just Ferb just chilling all the time, like by himself, yeah.
Holy
And then
shit.
yeah, and like
All the friends
Phineas-
are pretty cuckoo.
yeah, and everything that happens is just a big mirage, and Candace has got it stuck in her head.
And that's
that
why she goes
actually has.
crazy.
That's why she goes crazy all the time. So that is my conspiracy theory on Phineas and Ferb. That is one of the
an
only
interesting
conspiracy
one.
theories
I
that
never
I
saw-
actually found super interesting because
That's
I don't
amazing.
really dabble in conspiracy theories
Oh,
too
what
much.
about the
Never watched
conspiracy
Watch
theories
Mojo.
of Friends when it's the last episode and Phoebe wakes up and it's all a dream because she's such a druggie?
'Cause she's
Oh,
still
yeah.
homeless.
Yeah.
Really?
She's still
I heard
home-
about
Oh,
Have you
she's
ever
still a
seen that?
homeless
No.
girl that
I showed you
robs
it like
people.
in Europe, and it was like a scene. It was like set the scene, and it was like
Sorry, that was scary.
all of this like
That's right, I'm a great
all the
man.
episodes are like a big dream, and then like Phoebe wakes up, and she's just like a homeless person, and she's dreamt all of it, and all of it. Oh, I've got goosebumps, and like all of her friends are like,
That's crazy.
yeah, imaginary friends.
Excuse me.
Is that the actual episode?
Imaginary
Wait, does
friends.
she actually in the
Sponsored
episode
by
wake
Bronnie.
up like homeless?
No.
Could you imagine? Let's like the end of Harry Potter. Just wakes up in the cupboard under the stairs and he's dreamt it all.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Imagine him
I
waking
feel like
up
they
and he's
should
in a
do, like,
shitty
those
home
things
still.
film, promote this massive
Harry
film.
Potter 9.
Harry Potter 9 in the cupboard under the stairs. Like, I reckon they should just do that, and he wakes up and he's like, oh, fuck.
What was the thing where the glass
Still
broke
getting
like in the
McDonald's.
beginning with like where he like
Does the
does
snake?
Oh, the snake.
what if like the snake actually bit him and he went into a coma and
Yo,
all of a sudden he woke up?
Did you guys know that snake
Exists?
actually Nagini?
That is actually false.
Oh.
Sorry, dude.
Disregard.
Oh damn.
Sorry,
Oh.
I'm.
Disregard my false fan information.
Yeah, that is not correct because,
You've come
as we
into
all know
this.
from Fantastic Beasts, Nagini was actually an Asian woman before she
I've
was a snake.
never seen.
Oh.
I haven't seen.
That's from the
Fantastic
second
Beasts.
one, and it's like the
Oh,
dumbest thing in the
I
world.
won't watch that one because it's got Johnny Depp in. So
I'm not gonna watch it. It's also bad. Like,
Well,
don't watch it because it's not good.
Okay, take your word for it.
Oh fuck.
My Harry Potter thing is that like Dumbledore is a dick. Like,
He's a
yeah,
poopy
he just like
He's
took in a child, and there's this whole thing that was like. For him to like, if he'd have grown up, if Harry Potter had grown up in a like a magical community, he wouldn't have been like so amazed when he went to Hogwarts that he wouldn't have
Yeah.
just followed Dumbledore. So he could have gone and lived with his with Remus and that lot.
Okay.
But it was like in order like for Dumbledore to make a hero, he needed to make like a victim. So he sent like Harry to this abusive household because Dumbledore was just like sticking with it.
Yeah, but they were also his family.
I mean, yeah, but they were like high key abusive, and Dumbledore would have known
for
that.
sure.
I feel like he definitely would have been a well more adjusted person if he lived
Yeah,
with Remus.
but like I feel like maybe, and J.K. Rowling herself definitely like doesn't help herself with this.
Oh.
But like people read into Harry Potter way too much. In terms of
There's
the
a lot to
theories.
read into though.
And like she does
Big
herself, like doing, but like all the ridiculous shit about like, oh hey, I just decided such and such was such and such.
Oh, yeah,
And,
no,
like it's
yeah.
fucking obscene. But like,
No.
and that to an extent I think is like
That wasn't like she didn't say like that
part
wasn't
of
her.
the
That was-
but part of the narrative of Harry Potter was that the escapism from this abusive family that he became, and then he found out he was a wizard. It's very easy to like read all 7 books and then be like, hey, maybe Dumbledore shouldn't have put him with an abusive family. But
No, I
then
like-
the escapism wouldn't have been there.
I
Yeah,
it's a
totally
book.
get that was a relatable point, but I
Isn't
feel like
real.
it was up to her to write Dumbledore. Like if Dumbledore was supposed to be this savior character, then she shouldn't have written him as someone who continuously put children in.
Well, I'll put one
I feel it.
child
I mean,
in a fame.
On the
I feel like one
conversation-
child is one child too many.
On the conversation about films, should we dust this off just with a nice little what's your favourite film?
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Oh, what a film.
So let's
Oh
go
my God, that's one of my
James'
favorites.
favourite film.
I was probably gonna say Back to the Future series.
Yeah, the whole.
What's
What's your favourite
yeah.
one of the 3?
Second.
I was the second one's the desert one, right? Where they go with
That's
the
the third
future
one.
and then.
That's the third one.
Okay, which one's the second one?
The second one is where like Biff gets the almanac and he like
Oh
proposes-
yeah. So either second or third. The first, God, they're all so fantastic.
They're all.
I also
You know
have a
what's-
weird love for Scary Movie 4.
Dude,
Ooh,
I know
Scary
exactly what you mean.
Movie!
Scary movies.
I've
and
literally,
film
I've got that exact one on DVD. Like
Like
the
Michael
shelves,
Jackson, he's
fuck
like,
everything else, like,
children.
It's
yeah,
and then they're like,
so good.
You're like, don't go next to him. Run towards the like scary thing, but don't go with Michael Jackson. But yeah.
Favorite film. Pete.
Peter,
Favorite film.
what did we watch?
Green Day Bullet.
When I woke up.
Oh yeah.
Straight to DVD.
That's
So
okay. Those are my
30
favorite
Miles
band
documentary.
things.
Oh yeah, Artifact by 30. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But probably like possibly Fight Club.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, that
I've
is.
never watched
Well,
that.
you're breaking the main rule of Fight Club. You're
Yeah,
speaking
you've
Oh,
just
about
spoken
Fight
about.
Club, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
broken about Fight Club.
Anything
Fight
with
Club.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, National Treasure 2 is my favorite film.
I tell you what
Fuck
though,
off.
Con
Seriously.
Air. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
Highly recommend Con Air. Great film. John Malkovich, Nicolas Cage. Great film.
The like
so many good
what my
films.
favorite one. I feel like it's more from the memory I have of watching it, because like my dad and I like pulled all the mattresses out on like my living room floor and just like sat down and watched it. But it was like the American Godzilla, the original American
I
one.
have not seen the
I
original.
haven't seen it.
It wasn't like the original, like original,
Like
but
the
it was like one of the
1960s.
very many remakes, and it's
Yeah.
the one where like they kill Godzilla, and all of a sudden all these baby Godzillas like take over New York. It was a really good movie, and
Nice.
I still like all the time I'll just go back and like I
Nice.
rewatch it. It's just a great movie.
Annie, you saying?
Not to be edgy, mine's definitely mine's probably Nightmare
Not to
Before
be
Christmas.
edgy.
No, but
Oh,
great
Because
film.
I
yeah.
watched that
Great
film.
film.
I've watched that
Great
film every
film.
Halloween since it came out. Like
Yes,
religiously.
girl.
It
Since
is.
it came out, before I was born.
No, wait. Didn't know because we saw it in the cinema.
Yeah, on the rerun.
Oh,
it
was it
came
on
out
rerun?
in
Oh.
93.
No, it didn't. 93.
Yeah.
Why does that film look so good? Well, fucking since it came out in the rerun in the cinema.
Remastered.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was like
Damn,
so
that's
old.
kind of
like,
blown up my. But
it's 25
also,
years today. Like not
Also,
today exactly,
That's
but
what
this
Spider-Verse.
year.
Yeah,
What-
but-
which one?
Peter Gebbie?
Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
That is like
Yeah,
already
you
contender
said-
for my
I have
favorite
a-
film.
I have a
ever.
Jack Skellington shirt upstairs, actually.
I
I have a Jack Skellington stress
same.
ball.
Nice.
I literally.
Oh, hell
I'm
yeah.
I would
using
squeeze him.
my Jack Skellington bag.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's
That is
rocking
so
the Jack
cool.
Skellington
See,
bag.
my ex-girlfriend had like from high school was obsessed. Like her whole room was like Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's just such
It's
a good
so
movie.
good.
It's
It
like
is
so good.
the music is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Danny Elfman, what a
It's
Oh,
such a
my
cute
God, yeah.
movie too.
Yeah, and like
a
what a
weird way.
dude,
Sally
Danny
and
Elfman.
Jack. It's just like.
And what a name! Elfman
Yeah, Danny
is like,
Elfman, fuck yeah, Danny.
fuck you
Shout
with
out
your
Danny
fucking
Elfman.
We can
stupid,
live like
fucking
Jack and
great
Sally
name.
if we want.
We-
I'm
Yeah.
jealous you.
Chris, what were we
It's
saying?
like Bronnie.
Oh, see, I've got like a handful of films that are my favorite films, and I don't want to sound cliche when I say all these films, but the scores,
Yeah.
the scores
Yeah,
of films.
the-
So I'm gonna run them off. Jurassic Park,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Oh, those are great.
My favorite film.
Big John.
My
John
favorite
Williams
film, massive John Hans Zimmer fan as well. Inception, the score for
Oh,
that
yeah.
is incredible.
Inception is an unreal
Yeah.
score.
John
Hans-
Tucker
shout
must
out to Hans
die.
Zimmer. But my all-time favorite is I'm gonna throw in like a contender, which is these are three. I'm a big Martin Scorsese fan, so like no big fat hairy. Well, I am a big Martin Scorsese fan, and there's a film called like I studied it in media, and it is like it's got Scarlett Johansson in it. It's called like Into the Black or something. I can't remember the name of the film, but well worth the watch. I'll hit you
It's
up
the
with
woods.
film. No.
You said Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Do you like what Disney did with the last like 2 or 3 movies?
Yeah,
Or 3?
I think they're very good because I feel they're a bit more live action.
Okay.
Like there's less CGI and there's more like real life stormtroopers just
Yeah.
piling around. I think that's great. I really like what they've done with that. And I think Ryan Johnson who directed the I think he did Rogue One and he did Last Jedi. He
Those are
did
the
a real
ones
good
who I
job.
saw. There's a third one, right? That Disney did, or is it just the
Yeah,
2? Right?
no,
Yeah,
they've done,
the
they've
Force-
done
Force Awakens, yeah,
Rogue
okay.
Force
One,
Awakens, Rogue One's
Last Jedi,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
And the solo.
And
I mean,
Solo.
well, no,
Solo,
yeah,
yeah.
Is
they
there
did
4?
Yeah, Solo.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I
Solo
think he's
did
done a
bad,
real
though.
good job, but shout out to Quentin Tarantino for Kill Bill,
Fuck yeah.
like Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction,
In-Betweeners movie.
excellent
The
film.
only film that I've seen that you
Yeah,
said
that's
is
my
Star
favorite.
Wars. I've not seen
Oh
any
my
other
God,
films.
honestly, hit up
Pulp
these films.
Fiction.
Pulp Fiction is an excellent. Reservoir Dogs, big shout out.
My new favorite
Wow.
is In-Betweeners, the movie.
Bronnie, what's yours?
Is that you?
Mine.
Well,
Oh,
wait,
she-
wait.
no,
my
she
favorite
started.
film is
She
Back to
said,
the Future.
Yeah,
Hands
my,
down.
yeah,
The
my
first
Dude,
one.
favorite film.
We
is
should have a
Back
Back to the Future night and just
Yeah,
watch
for
it.
sure.
Like,
Fuck yeah.
we should
That's
watch
good.
all 3 because
Yeah.
you haven't seen them, have you?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Okay.
I've
Oh,
seen
that
the
was
first one.
Oh, the second one's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Third
second
one-
one's my favorite.
Third one's like an hour and
it's-
20. It's like a shorter film.
It's
And
good,
they
like,
filmed it.
obviously,
They
like-
filmed it during the. They filmed the second film.
Yeah,
So-
you've got to watch the third one. Like,
gonna sound
definitely
like-
to watch.
Yeah, it takes it off, doesn't it?
Yeah, you gotta see the
Yeah.
trilogy.
Yeah.
But like,
it's like a good, like, oh, cute.
definitely. I'm gonna
But,
sound like a
um,
douche, but the Fast and Furious or Fast and
You do
Furious
sound like a douche.
series,
Yeah.
I like those.
I'm leaving a big one out for me, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. Sorry to interrupt, big time, but have you guys seen the original Nightmare on Elm Streets? There's 7 of them.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I've seen one, I think.
I swear to God, I'm the only person I know who's seen all of them. I've got the box set of all 7 of them. And
Is
they
that
are
the one with
fucking
Frankie?
ace.
I remember.
Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, they're like all
We
the
watched
originals.
them.
We watched
the
remake.
redo, right?
Which
is a
one did
great
I
film.
wake up
Remix.
and say?
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Yeah.
Richard? Yeah, that
It
was the
like,
remake.
what
With
the
a
fuck?
dog.
And you were like,
And I-
Richard.
no!
Yeah.
And the dog woofed, and we both went at the same time. Woof.
That was mental.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were like, woof! At the same time, this dog
And the
barked,
dog-
and it was the weird. We were
What
like,
the hell?
Yeah, because it was like literally like 5 or 6 seconds, like panned on like a dog,
madness.
and then me and the dog both went woof, and we were like, whoa, it was so weird. I
That
was
was great.
like,
That's
yeah,
wild.
that was cool.
Bron,
Um,
favorite film or collection or just
Definitely
shout
Back
outs?
to the Future, E.T. I fucking love E.T.
Oh, yeah.
Like that soundtrack. Yeah, that was like the
It was
best
like your
soundtrack
E.T.
ever.
impression.
That was
Oh.
mine. John
Fair play.
Williams, what a
John
legend.
Williams. Can we just say?
Yeah.
I'd love to see
shout
that.
out.
John
live.
Wick, right here.
Yeah, those.
Like,
A,
imagine
B,
that at like the Philharmonic.
That would be insane.
A, B, or C. John Williams, Hans Zimmer, or Danny Elfman.
Hans Zimmer.
yeah.
Hans Zimmer for me.
Hans Zimmer, then John Williams,
Pirates
then
and Inception, and he's done. Thinking about Hans Zimmer, he's done loads for like films.
Yeah,
So it's like he
Hans
did the
Zimmer.
Call of Duty.
Did live.
He did.
You
I
know,
had to
he
watch
did.
Inception.
The Holiday.
6
Call of
times.
Duty did not deserve Hans
Love
Zimmer.
Actually.
But Hans Zimmer deserved Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I had to watch
the highest grossing video game of all time.
Yeah. I
No-
might be
no
biased.
doubt that
Hans
it's-
Zimmer is the one, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So are you guys on to like scary movies?
Yes.
Silence of the Lambs.
Insidious, the first one was great, and then the second,
Oh,
third
no.
were like
old school scare, like Silence of the Lambs. My go-to. I think.
Dude.
Children of the Corn.
I haven't seen Children of the Corn.
It's an old movie. It's good.
Oh, okay.
If you like old horror movies, it's pretty sweet.
So
God,
my
movies.
favorite scary movie of all time, which is kind of weird because it's old as shit and like it's awful,
Jeez.
but at the same time it's amazing, is The Evil Dead.
What was that one that you?
And I
Yeah,
love
I've
it.
seen it.
Is
And,
it
and the funny
on the
thing is, it
Butterfly
was
Effect?
actually
Was it?
filmed in the woods in Pittsburgh,
Oh.
which is where we're from.
I can't remember what it
which
was.
Dude, that's actually tight. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I like Get Out. That's hardly a
Oh
hot
my
take.
god,
Everyone
that was
likes Get Out,
fantastic.
But
I
that film
can't,
is real good.
I can't believe the it was the
Fuck,
Keel,
cats,
right?
cats.
Keel, or it's like the
Don't know.
Key and Peele guys.
Scary
One of
film.
them wrote it. The guy that was
Really?
yeah, you know the comedy guys, the Key and Peele.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one, but he wrote Get Out, and he
Yeah.
he was the executive and main producer on it.
That's crazy.
That
And
film's
he,
so- it's just
they're
so
in
good.
comedy, and like he's done like a bunch of fantastic movies. Yeah, dude, he won a grant or whatever award
Oscar.
for movies, Oscar for it.
Oh damn.
But that movie was
How
fantastic.
do we feel about the Oscar nominations this year?
I haven't been.
I'm not
Sketchy
onto it.
because of the Jamie Bulger thing, but that's maybe a conversation for another
Yeah, that's
day.
a
Should we wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah, maybe we should.
We're at we're an hour and 13 minutes.
Oh, perfect.
That's
Beautiful.
good.
That's
Jolly
great.
good.
Jolly good.
Jolly
Jolly
I think
jolly
we're-
good.
Jolly good.
We had a good day out at
Great day.
Weatherspoons
Shout out
for
to
Pete's
Pete for his
birthday.
It's been a long
Dude.
night.
Shout out to Peter. It's his birthday, everybody. Woohoo! He's 12 today.
Well,
Lol, JK, he's not really.
I love Monster Energy and Grand Theft Auto.
Please sponsor
Okay,
him.
you're 15. Yeah, okay.
Sponsor Monster Energy. Let's go.
Sponsor
We're still
him.
waiting. We don't want to be sponsored by P Break anymore. We
We're
wanna be
gonna
sponsored
watch
by
the
Here's a
Whatever.
real sponsor that isn't P-Break.
Hell yeah, P break. Woohoo. But thank you for the podcast. Thank you for the podcast.
The Pod Casting.
Woohoo. Yeah, so we're gonna probably watch like a little like band documentaries and like fangirl. So thank you very much, y'all.
Thank
We
you
love y'all.
for having
Keep
us.
Thank you.
subscribing or following or whatever you guys are doing. Lol.
We
We'll
love you.
see you next week. Hell
for
yeah.
another episode of
Mom, It's My Life podcast. Woo!
Heck yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Mom It's My Life podcast. Bronnie and Pete are hobberknockers who forgot to end the podcast, so now I'm here. I don't get paid enough for this job, man. Fuck.